and welcome to season 2 of Midnight Movie Mania. Yes, 2 years.
Season 2, one whole year we've been doing it. Awesome.
Yes, a whole year of doing these, some, shall we say, selective movies that were good. And some of the movies were outright trash.
Yes.
But they were good movies. Most of them were good movies. Just some of them were a bit than others were.
Yeah, some of them were a little off.
Yes, well, I've got such sights to show you, so let's see. I'm going to pull out my little bag of tricks this year. So
it'll be a fun year.
Oh yes, yeah, this will be interesting. I'm tempted to do Captain America 79, and I'm tempted to do Supergirl 84.
I don't know about that Captain America one, man. I've seen clips of that thing, and I am so not anxious to view the entire thing.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, that is so. But I have it on DVD because I bought the Captain America 3-pack back when Captain America 2011 came out with Chris Evans one, and I bought the box set, and oh my god, I thought the Captain America.
That's the only reason you would choose to buy that movie is to have a box set, because that is the one movie that you would not buy.
Well, there's 3 in it. There's Captain America 79, there's Captain America Death Too Soon 1980, I believe it was, and Captain America 1990. So you know that was a good buy. I mean,
that wasn't a waste of money at all.
It was what, £5-10, so it was cheap.
Oh really? Oh okay. It would be worth that much.
Yeah. Oh my god, I haven't even introduced myself. So I'm your host John, and with me is my co-host Spike.
I guess we haven't done that, have we? Hi, I'm Spike. How are you?
Anyway, right, tonight we are doing the equal to the Rocky Horror Picture Show Shock Treatment, which is a little known early 80s musical. I was going to call it something else there, but yeah, musical.
I was surprised at how many people, when I tweeted that we were going to be doing this movie, how many people had no idea that this even existed. I was shocked. I figured like everybody knew it, just maybe hadn't seen it or whatever, but so many to have not even heard of it was really shocking.
Yeah. I covered this years ago on my original podcast, which is still floating around if you can find it.
And we did talk about it a little bit a year ago when we covered Rocky Horror. We talked about it.
Yes. And people are going, oh my god, you made that movie up. No, I haven't. It's a real movie. It really is. It's not quite cultish as Rocky Horror Picture Show, but it does have its fan favourites. I mean, it does have its fans rather. But
we'll see who's a fan of it and who's not by the time we finish this podcast. I have a feeling we're going to have very, very different opinions of this movie.
I mean, people say the songs are better in this movie than Rocky Horror. I say no, because there's only 2 earworm songs in that entire movie, whereas Rocky Horror has about, 6.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, and they're very different songs. The Rocky Horror songs just come off as more polished, which is saying something, because the Rocky Horror Picture Show songs are not polished at all, but they're more polished than this movie. It seemed like this movie was a little quicker, like the music was thrown together a little quicker than Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
I got the feeling like Ron worked so much harder on Rocky Horror and then didn't spend as much time on this movie. That's
from what I understand, Rocky Horror was a stage show first for about 3 years, and then it was turned into a movie, and then it had its phenomenon stuff, and then they decided, let's make a sequel, and the idea was floated around for a bit, but unfortunately due to a writer's strike, I believe, they had to leave America and go to Britain, which is why half this cast is British 80s icons.
Yeah.
So such as Ruby Wax and Rick Mal. Oh, one thing I want to know, is Denton, Ohio a real place?
Denton, Ohio? I don't believe so, no.
Because
I've never heard of Denton, Ohio. I could be wrong, though. I need to look.
There's a debate online whether or not this is actually Ohio or Texas it's set in. Because apparently there's a Denton, Texas and a Denton, Ohio.
Right, and I always thought this was a Denton, Texas movie, not a Denton, Ohio movie. Though Denton, Ohio would make more sense if indeed Denton, Ohio is a place, which I am going to look up right now because I am extremely curious.
Okay, I'll pull this one out. I read this morning that there's a conspiracy theory floating around that this is the quote real world, and the Rocky Horror Picture Show was a movie made to entertain the folks of Denton, the happiest place in the world, and that. So this is why Brad and Janet is different people, because they were Hollywooded up, quote unquote Hollywooded up. That's why they're prettier versions of themselves, so to speak. And that's an interesting theory. I was thinking that myself, but would that work? Because
okay, so let me get this straight. So Rocky Horror is what to Shock Treatment?
Rocky Horror is a movie made to entertain the people of Denton.
Okay.
So
that would be a little weird.
Because how do you explain the what would have been better is this whole movie, the whole Shock Treatment movie, was actually made to entertain the aliens from Transylvania. It was all fake. Yeah. That would have been a better way of doing it.
I like your theory better.
I mean, you win. Instead of having this whole thing, oh my God, no, the whole Rocky Horror Picture Show is just a movie to entertain the people of Denton. So it's like, that doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it does, but you could say that about any movie, but yeah, that would be a little weird.
Yeah, I thought myself. Although I did read, apparently there's a sequel floating around. It's floating around since the early 2010s about. Here we go. Now this is going to be quite hard to figure this one out. Right, Frankenfurter was the prince of Transylvania, wasn't it? Transylvania, wasn't it? Yeah. And his mum is the queen of that planet. So he's the prince, and she wants to invade Earth because Frankenfurter was killed until Riffraff says, "Oh, it was me that did it." So she sends him back to Earth. And I was going, that's a bit messy. I can see why it's not been picked up.
Of course, Rocky Horror Picture is a mess. So that's messy too. I could see that working. I mean, as long as the music is, the same, fairly mediocre quality.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I will say, doing some research on this thing, I found out Richard O'Brien hates this movie.
I know. I was really disappointed.
He basically says this is a drug-fueled nightmare of a movie because this has basically 6 different scripts all combined into one mishmash Frankenstein monster of a movie, and it doesn't work, which is why there's so many things all over the place.
Well, I mean. Well, just because he's the movie maker doesn't mean he knows what he's talking about.
Well, I suppose that's true.
Because, I was really disappointed when I heard that, because my opinion is higher than yours of this movie. So. But we'll get into that later, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The original idea was to set it in a small town in America, which is all set up to have this filmed in 79, 80. However, there's a writer strike, so they had to move it from America to England, which is why they've got this weird, is it an aircraft hangar turned into a studio?
Yeah.
And they have all the stuff inside, and it kind of doesn't work. It's like, so you try to say to me the entire town is in this little aircraft hangar, and that's the entire town.
Well, I got the impression that was just the studio that was transmitting to the town. Like,
okay.
the town itself is outside of the studio, like the real world, but they're creating this like artificial universe within the walls of the studio. Like, nothing is real in the studio. Absolutely nothing is. And which goes along with the whole, reality TV type of thing. This was before its time in talking about.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I mean, although I did get into an interesting argument about this a couple of years back, saying that this predates reality TV by a good, what is it, 18 years or something? And I was thinking...
Reality TV started with The Real World on MTV.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Technically would have been the 80s. It would have been around that time, a little before, maybe by just a couple of years, but not by much.
Because the person I was arguing with said, no, it was Big Brother, 1999. And I went, but Big Brother was after Real World. What it was, New York, blah, blah, blah. And that was what?
I think didn't that start in like 1989?
I have no idea. Because I came aware of it.
Pretty sure it was 80s.
I came aware of it in the 90s, the mid 90s. So, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll have to look that up and find out. But yeah, I think it was late 80s that The Real World started. I can't remember.
Right,
but yeah, it was definitely before reality TV, and yet it's about the series, the real issues of reality TV and how it works. So it's kind of fun.
Okay then, right then. Let's get down to the brass nails, shall we? Right, this had a budget of $3.5 million, and I can't find how much money this made because apparently it was released for one night on Halloween 1981 in Britain. That is, I don't know about the rest of the world, but in Britain, that was it. One night only. So I don't know how much this thing made. Onto the cast, we have Jessica Harper, Cliff DeYoung, Richard O'Brien, Patricia Quinn, Nell Campbell, Charles Gray, Ruby Wax, Rick Mall, and Barry Humphries.
Yay! I love Barry.
Directed by Jim Sharman. I think that's his name. Right, and a very quick plot. So here we go. This is going to be fun. Several years after the events of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, now married Brad and Janet are having marital problems and are tricked into appearing on a TV show to, quote, fix their marriage. Janet becomes a major new reality TV star where Brad gets shock treatment and is thrown into a padded cell. And...
Oh, just FYI, there is no shock treatment in this actual movie. They never give him shock. But anyway, go ahead.
Do they give him shock? Because I know they have the song where you'll be a real live wire. Don't trust your sister, or how that song goes.
They think about it, but they never actually do it.
Yeah. Where was it now? So he's in a padded cell, and it turns out the whole thing orchestrated by his evil twin brother. And
twin brother.
The movie goes off the fucking rails, frankly. So,
it makes more sense when you're actually watching it. I mean, it kind of makes more sense when you're actually watching it. It never fully makes sense at any point, but it's when you're actually watching it, it's not quite so confusing.
Yeah. I will say, Susan Sarandon refused to come back because apparently they were too cheap to give her money to come back for this.
Well, because she was kind of, star was rising. She was actually doing things, and
she washed her hands of Rocky Horror. So and Barry Bostwick was filming something else. So, and Tim Curry says no, he can't do an American accent. So no.
Well, he said no immediately. Apparently, he said no right from the get-go. He was like, nope, not resurrecting Rocky, because his star was. He was doing better too, and he didn't be associated with that character so much. He was already being really associated with that character. Yeah, and he had to say, he was like, nope, I'm done. I want to move on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, would it have been interesting if they actually had Tim Curry back playing, I don't know, a ghost of Frankenfurter or a
Yeah.
zombified Frankenfurter or something like that? Or would you just dump that character altogether and move on? Because none of the events of Rock Horror Picture Show is talked about in this movie.
Oh,
Not one.
nope.
So, hmm. And yet you have all the same actors back playing different roles, which make me think this is actually not reality. This is a play put on for the Internet of the Aliens in
Yeah.
Transylvania. So,
Yeah, and it's kind of kind of reminds me of uh, American Horror Story, where they just do a completely different story and then just have the same actors come in.
yes, that's true. That's very true. Right. I'll read from what I wrote on the second time watching this thing. First up, I don't like the opening voiceover. It doesn't work, and the songs in this thing are terrible. Every single one of them are terrible.
They're not terrible. I mean,
They are terrible. Oh, please.
Well, okay. I mean, they're not. They're not. Well, I really do think "Shock Treatment," the song, even though it's way too short. You probably thought it was too long. The song "Shock Treatment" is quite an earworm. I was singing it after even this time. I was still singing it afterwards. And "Little Black Dress." I really like "Little Black."
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I will say the worst song from Rock Horror Picture Show, which is Sword of Damocles, is better than all the songs in this movie. They are terrible. And that song that Janet sings as she's walking down the corridor, a red light corridor, that just screamed bloody Debbie Harry to me. I was like, what is this, a rip-off bloody Blondie song? My God.
Yeah, there was another one where she's on stage and she's like moving around the camera and stuff. I forget. It was like her big entrance.
Me. Yeah.
For the first time. Yeah, that's what it was. And that one, I was like, yeah, that's something I could live without. But you know, I was not bothered as much by the music. I mean, it's not as good as Rocky Horror, but
no,
Rocky Horror is not known for its high quality music either. It's got cult status, and so people know all the songs, but they're not great songs.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. That's very true. I'll go down here. Why is this entire movie set in an aircraft hangar? The entire adult townage, if that's a word, township, is what I'm looking for, is in this little hangar, and they have like a TV show every, 10 minutes, and it's like, what is going on here? It just goes at breakneck speed, and I was going, stop.
I thought that was when I first saw the movie. I thought the same thing. Like, how is Denton is just in this? Is it just in this little world, or is it out now? Is in seeing it the second time, I'm thinking, okay, well, Denton is outside the studio, and the studio is trying to portray itself as the perfect Denton. Like, this is how you should be. You know what I mean? Even though it's not. But then they have apartments seemingly in the studio.
Yeah, that's weird.
I didn't get that either.
I mean, I've got down here, the reason why this is set in a TV studio instead of an actual town is because they couldn't find a British town to look like America. So they ditched the whole idea and decided to make it in one bubble, which is why it's all in one place. But that didn't explain why half the bloody town is there, and they don't want them to leave when the things are. It's like they sleep in the studio. So,
I didn't get that either. But it's fine. A lot of the movie doesn't make sense, so it's okay.
Yeah, I've got down here Spot Sanita as one of the cheerleaders. Sanita, she's one of the cheerleaders.
Oh, who is that? Is that somebody I should know?
Sanita is Simon Cowell's first fiancée. Her big claim to fame in Britain is So Macho, which is a terrible 80s song.
It sounds terrible, actually.
Oh my God. Yeah, Google it. Oh my God.
Go ahead.
Oh my God. Was it So Macho? I want to be big and strong and enough to turn me on, and I move on. Great, never gonna stuck my head now. God damn you. There's also a piece of bullshit floating around. John Candy is in this. No, he's not. That is not John Candy. There's a fat Texan guy in the audience. That is not John Candy. He is actually the guy from Trauma movies.
Really?
Yes. Yes, he plays the mayor of Tromaville. So there we have that one. We also have Ruby Wax, Rick Mall, Barry Humphries, which is just a handful of the 80s British actors in this. Rick Mall was pre-Young Ones and pre-Bottom. Also pre-Blackadder. So...
yeah, you're saying words I don't know.
Well, Blackadder was in early 80s up to about... I think that was cancelled, finally cancelled in 2012, I think it was.
Oh, really?
It stretched... but it was cut into like seasons, season 1, 2, 3. I think there was only like 4 seasons, but there was specials and such, and it stretched out. And it's where Rowan Atkinson came from, aka Mr. Bean came from.
Okay.
So, and Bottom was a completely insane mid-90s to early noughties insane TV show about 2 guys who share an apartment and they can't stand each other, and they go into, oh my god, there's a movie that came out in 1999 which I'm tempted to do called Guess Who's Paradiso, and it is geniusly bad, so be warned about that one. We also have Ruby Wax pre-AbFab days, because she's a writer for AbFab. Absolutely fabulous.
Oh yeah, I know what happened. I just have not seen a whole lot of episodes of AbFab, and I always get like basted for it by anybody that I tell that to. So I just try to keep my mouth shut.
Okay, then moving on swiftly. Well, she's one of the writers of AbFab, so there we are.
Oh, really?
Then we have Barry Humphries, and did you know Dame Edna? He played Dame Edna from 1966 to 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't become a dame until 1976. There's a interesting piece of definition for it.
Oh, really? He was just Edna Everage?
Yes, Mrs. Edna Everage. Then became Dame like 10 years later, and then it became Dame Edna Everage, the notorious, shall we say, drag queen.
Yeah. I love Dame Edna. She had her she had a series of specials here that they produced for air here, where she would interview American celebrities and stuff, and it was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. Just the weirdest show. And it was just so much fun. And then what is the show that she goes through people's houses? What is that called?
Is that no Dame Edna Experience?
Yes. No. Was it? No, that's not it. Oh, I forget. She goes through people's homes and she videotapes her. She's in a studio and she has 3 people, and they just get picked out of the audience. One of them, they're at their house. They have cameras at their house, and they have that little lady. I forget her name.
Marge. Or Marge.
We'll literally go through closets and drawers and find the funniest thing.
Yeah.
And Dame Edna will just tear them apart, and it's a very funny show, and I can't remember the name of the show. But anyway, really funny. It's on YouTube, all over YouTube. You should be able to find it.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched about 4 or 5 of an audience with Dame Edna, and they are outrageous. Oh my god, they are outrageous. I've also seen some of these other characters. What's his name? The Australian Minister for Culture, I think it is. What's his name? Les Patterson. Sir Les Patterson. Yeah. Who is Dame Edna's husband? And it's like, oh dear. So, And the other character, But yeah, like I say, Barry Humphries is I don't know, what is he doing in here? But he's supposed to be German, but he has an Australian accent.
Yeah. No. Well,
What's going on?
Kind of goes back and forth. But yeah. But I don't know why he agreed to this movie. But he's a lot of fun in it. I mean, you have to admit, he's like a highlight of the movie.
Yeah.
If he wasn't in this movie, it would just be flat all the way through.
I mean, I love the fact how he's playing blind, but he doesn't even use his stick that much. He uses it like one or two scenes.
Yeah.
And I'm going, what?
Yeah. Because, well, yeah, when I first saw the movie, I'm like, I didn't even catch that he, at a certain point, I'm just like, why isn't he blind anymore? What happened? Now, the second time I saw it, which was just yesterday, which I've only seen it twice.
Oh my God.
Then I realized, then I followed a little closer and I was like, oh, okay. During the shock treatment song, they smash his glasses and supposedly he sees, but he could see before that because he tries to see what's her name in the shower.
Yeah, Janet. Yeah.
So, and he's just does that for the sake of the Faith Factory skit later on. But anyway.
Yeah. I'll go down here. Charles Gray will forever be Blofeld number 4 for me. So, Blofeld. James Bond.
Oh, Bond. Oh, okay.
You know, the White Cat, and he's the 4th actor to play Blofeld.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yes.
See, I don't know that name. Okay. I need to go to my James Bond too, apparently.
So, yeah, he will.
James Bond. I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, oh, God, yeah, probably would. Let me see. I love the fact how when they pull in, when they go to open the large hangar doors and the crowd pour in, they're instantly told, okay, you're going to sing, you're going to say 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I'm like, crap. That song is so annoying. That song is like, oh, kill me now. Although I will say, that cop is actually one of Eddie's ex-husbands in AbFab, which I was stunned at when I found out this morning.
Yeah, what's his name? Chris Malcolm?
Yes, he plays
He was also the very first Brad on the first stage production of Rocky Horror.
Oh, was he now? Oh, well, then.
He was the original Brad on the stage production.
Interesting. Very interesting.
That's one of the reasons why he's in the movie, is because he was the Brad they wanted to put.
Okay, but when I found out he was one of Eddie's ex-husbands, I was stunned. I was floored. I was like, what the?
Especially since you've seen this multiple times and have never caught that.
I've seen this about, maybe 6 times. And it's like, oh my God, how did I miss that? So, like I said, I love the fact how they're all zombies. They're all trained to go to the left and clap, go to the right and clap and that stuff and do the whole. And Brad, of course, is out of sync by about 10 minutes. He goes, I'm like, oh my God. And they're all like glued to the seats. They're all zombified. They look at the TVs and not at what's happening in front of them. It's like, we get it. TV is bad for you. Try today with a lot of the smartphones and the cell phones and such. I mean,
exactly the same. Yeah. Very prescient.
Yes, thank you. I will say, but Barry's fast food logo needs work. It looks a bit Nazi-ish to me.
It looks like a Nazi symbol. I thought that too when I saw that. I'm like, oh my gosh, was that intentional? I really hope that was intentional.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm sorry, but I was like, no, maybe I should change it just a teeny wee bit, because they also say that he's a sponsor of the entire town, yet they say he's a new sponsor. So how did this work then? If he's a new sponsor and he's just been brought in to do this thing to get hold of Janet and Brad, how did this whole TV thing work?
I kind of got the impression that what's his name? Cosmo McKinley, Dr. Cosmo, was kind of the one in charge.
No, because
but then what's his name? The Barry Humphries character seemed like he was in charge too. I don't know, Birchnick. Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't get who, because they just said, oh, he's taking over, basically, right? but they didn't say who he was taking over from.
Yeah, like I say, this is why it's got like 5 or so different ideas all sandwiched together, all monstered together, and it doesn't work. Frankly, there's too many ideas. There's not enough substance to hold it together. So, speaking of Barry Humphries, his Bert Schnick, he done his own makeup. He wanted to have as 20s as possible. That's why he's got that weird white face and the pink lips and the what the hell they done to his face. I'm like, what in the? That's a choice.
Yeah, I noticed that. You can see like the distinct line where the white pancake makeup stops on his jaw.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to believe he does it himself, but he's clearly showing he's got makeup artists putting the makeup on. So I'm like, does he do his own makeup, or does he get makeup artists to put his makeup on? There's a disconnect there. Clifty Young, let's talk about Clifty Young. The guy can't sing for shit, and he isn't that good an actor either. So
he's okay. You know, he's not great, but he's passable. I mean,
and I'm sorry, but Jessica Harper, she can't sing for shit either. Oh my god, some of her songs were like really love. I mean,
she I mean, she's proud of the movie now, but she wasn't at the time that it was done. But in retrospect, she says she's glad that it's gotten a more positive, view in today's world. But back at the time, she was not terribly thrilled with it. So
yeah. I will say, but her Janet has none of it. She's supposed to be this like overly sexual, overly confident, overly dominating personality, but she seems a bit like led by the nose, and then she's given pills, and she's given a little bit of fame, and she's given the drinks and such, and then she's now, look at me, I'm me, and all that crap. It's like,
right. See, I got the impression that she was they were trying to control her because, they wanted to keep this ball rolling downhill. You know what I mean? Of her staying and Farley winning and Brad losing and stuff like that.
And I will say also
do everything they could to keep her there and keep her, quote unquote happy, which also and self-centered. So anyway, totally makes sense. Totally makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense if you squint and drunk and stoned at your brain cells and in a candlelit room going, it makes sense, honest.
Several thoughts of something.
Oh my god. But anyway, and Clifty Young's Brad is off. She puts him in this weird padded cell room thing because he's a geek, because he's clumsy, because he's nervous and shy. I was like, also you can't dance, but he was doing the whole dance routine at the end of Rocky Horror. So, I mean, oh my god. So, and if he's such a complete, I don't know, mess of a man, why is she marrying him? Why is she with him for 7, 8, 9, or how long it's been, years?
Well, yeah. Well, they need to. They have to have a plot to a movie. So, the whole thing seemed a little overreactive. But as far as her being, committing him essentially, though they did manipulate the whole situation to make it sound like, oh my gosh, there's no hope for him. But wait, there is hope because you're his hope. You have to, become this person that, he sees as this, that, and the other thing. And if you don't, he's going to be lost forever. And see, it makes sense. See?
Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Nodding, it's making sense. It's not making sense. I know, but I'm trying. Really trying.
Okay. I'm going to go hard on the songs. Bitchin' in the Kitchen is the worst song I've ever heard in my life. That song is abysmal. When he goes, Oh, toaster, don't you
Oh,
put the burn on me. Oh, refrigerator. No, it's like, oh, that is so fucking bad. Who wrote that should be taken out of shot, frankly. I
there,
mean,
there. So the first rule of songwriting is no cliches, and
mm,
that song has every cliche you can possibly imagine.
I'm sorry, but when Janet starts singing about the shower curtain, I was done. I was fast forwarding. I'm like, nope, nope, nope.
Yeah,
I'm
I thought
done.
the same thing. Oh, that's hilarious. I thought the same thing. I'm like shower curtain. That has nothing to do with the other items
Oh
they've
my
just been talking
god.
about.
So yeah. Like I say, "Bitch in the Kitchen" is the worst song ever written. I think it's just abysmal. I'm like, what is going on here? I mean,
Uh,
when he starts singing about what's it, "Bitch in the Kitchen," I'm crying all night in the bedroom, or the hell the song goes. I
yeah.
was like, what the who wrote this and who thought this was a good idea and why was it green lit? I mean,
Well, it is Ron O'Brien's movie, and it was his song, so he could probably get away with whatever he wanted to.
ugh, my God. And Evil Brad is a Bond villain, cosplay done badly. All he needed was the bloody white cat. He's sitting there cackling
Yeah.
away in his little control booth with it darkened out, and it's like, who is he? Is he the evil that's pulling the strings? You think?
Well, he
My God.
he's he said he modeled Fenton on uh, Jack Nicholson.
And it doesn't work.
It's not. No, not at all. But I'm just saying, that's his
Oh
excuse.
my God. And I'm sorry, but I was getting Deal or No Deal, the American version, with the whole darkened room and the banker's up there and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Really? I mean, he's sitting in his like control room as he's going. What the hell was he doing? Like he's dancing away. He's going completely insane. As the little
Oh,
gif I tweeted out. What the fuck was that all about? I'm like, I'm sorry, but what is going on here? I mean,
I
mm,
didn't. I didn't get that either.
oh my God. Oh, I've got this one here. I love this one. In Rocky Horror Picture Show, Brad works for the FBI, CIA, as a ufologist.
Oh.
Um, because Dr. Franken, no, Dr. Frankfurter, Dr. Von Scott was a German Nazi who was doing UFOs. So
Oh yeah.
this is why the whole um, and Janet is turned into a slut, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, in this one she's a vain, mean, and borderline bitch, whereas Brad is an orphan. I'm like, where does the orphan bit come from? That just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So, and I love the fact how they go to Janet's parents. Okay, let's talk about Brad. What do you know? We know nothing. We just know he's an orphan. Right. So he's got problems to do. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What is going on here? Why is it's
He's the. I did not like the her parents at all.
mm,
They were just superfluous characters that didn't mean anything and went nowhere and had served no plot purpose at all.
mm,
It was
yeah.
just weird characters that
Mm.
were not particularly entertaining. And I mean, they had the one song.
Oh yeah,
The
we'll get back to that song. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get back to that song in a second. I've got a lot to say about that song. That song's a fucking disgrace, frankly. Um, and well, let me see here. Janet is supposed to be a virgin. They're supposed to be Janet and Brad supposed to be high school sweethearts, right? They're supposed to be virgins before Frank took
Right.
their virginity. Yet she had a boyfriend before Brad.
Oh, did
But
she?
yes,
Oh,
because they say your previous boyfriend was. What was the excuse before I started going? Your boyfriend was a faggot who's also a maggot. Uh, or faggots or maggots. I'm like, oh no, and a whole bit. Thank God I'm a man. Shit, I was gonna go. Who the fuck wrote that and why was it greenlit? That was just no,
yeah,
no.
yeah. Ron O'Brien regrets writing that song.
Mm,
He has said on occasions before. He said he regrets writing that song.
mm, I've got in here out of nowhere. Evil Brad. I'm gonna hear Evil Brad because I couldn't be asked figuring out his name was. Tries to take over the human race via TV and fast food. because apparently he's spiking the food to make them more dumber, and he's making the TV shows so fast that you can't pick up on the flaws. Because what I understand was this is supposed to be, it's late at night and you've got your clicker in your hand and you're going through all the TV channels. That's why they're so short, because they want your attention span. But that only works if you're flicking through the TV, not if you're watching the entire channel. I mean, this doesn't work. This whole movie doesn't work. It's a complete... Oh, God. And we're now on to the other song of the movie, Little Black Dress, which is possibly the best song in this, and it's saying something, because some of these lyrics... First you got to rip, 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 and then you got to snip, 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 and then a zip, 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 up to the hip, hip, hip. Yeah. Oh my God. And that outfit is hideous. What is with the one shoulder thing and the hideous hat?
That was the hat I don't know about, but I mean the single long sleeve was a very 80s thing. So I can see that. The problem, that song is pretty snappy, I think, and one of the better songs on the album, or in the movie. But she, in that sequence, and I posted it on Twitter, so I've seen it many times now. She is so awkward in that sequence. Like, she's supposed to be like this, floozy kind of thing, and instead she just comes off like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall off this table, or oh my gosh, I have to get down off of this table, you know what I mean? And she's not like being sensual and sexy. She's just like, it's just like she's trying not to fall down. Just does not work at all.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to be a complete nitpicky son of a bitch. Shock horror. She's wearing red high heels. She's wearing black high heels. It's a black outfit. Why are you wearing fucking red? I mean, that annoys me.
And it would be different if there was red on her hat somewhere.
Yes.
But there was no red on her hat either. There's nothing to tie her shoes with anything besides her lips. Her lips were bright red. But other than that, that's not enough. You never match your makeup to your clothes anyway.
No. And I'm sorry, but that fabric was hideous. Sequence. I mean, who the fuck wants a whole outfit made of sequence?
Yeah, well, I don't have a problem with that necessarily. But did you see, now I'm going to be nitpicky. Did you see the size of those sequins? They were enormous. They were not these dainty, sparkly things. They were chunky sequins, and it bothered me.
I mean, what annoyed me was Janet has 3 outfits this entire movie. She has the pink suit at the start. She has that weird oriental dress that the mum makes her and forces her to wear. She has that little black dress, and I'm going, that black dress is hideous. Love it. Burn it now. I mean, Jesus. I love the fact how the dad's shocked. You're not wearing underwear. We're like, the lines will show. Really, love. I mean,
oil the lines.
Ugh, terrible. Next song
is underwear. I don't want to ruin the lines in my.
Moving on swiftly. The next song that got my goat was Me of Me. That song was abysmal. The one Janet sings, the me of me, me, and she's destroying the place.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've got on here, that song is the worst of new romantic soft rock I've ever heard in my fucking life. And then we have Shock Treatment, which is right. I think we'll need a lot of this stuff by the end of this movie. So that's all the notes I wrote about this thing, because I was literally going, oh my God, another song. Fast forward, because the songs were terrible.
I do like the Shock Treatment song. I just wish it was longer and had a little more substance to it, because I thought that could have been the anthem of the movie, but instead it just ended up being this little, minute and a half little ditty that the movie is named after, and yet it's there for literally, I think it's a minute and 37 seconds.
Okay.
And that's it. And I'm like, wait a second, that's like that's like the whole movie is this song, and yet the song is hardly there.
Yeah.
I was just I still think it needed to be longer. Needed to be a bigger production, but I mean they just had a small little space to work with because that's the studio that they're in is so tiny, but still they could have done something.
Yeah. I mean, what I love about this thing is Ruby Wax plays an investigative reporter. She asks one question to the judge, played by Charles Gray, and that was an in-depth interview. One question. Oh my god! And they're shocked to find out they are not actual doctors; they're actors, and the whole thing is fake. And they go, "Oh my god, it's all fake!" It's. I was like, "You're a TV journalist. Shouldn't you have realized this is all fake? I mean, you're living in the fucking studio, so shouldn't you have realized this was fake?"
And see, I think that she herself was fake. I don't think she was a real journalist. I think everybody there was playing a part, except for the studio audience. But they were the ones being brainwashed into thinking that all of this is okay and all of this is perfectly fine, and this is what normal looks like, and this is what normal is, and which is part of the genius of the movie, in my opinion, is that it does speak so much. I mean, back in when was this 1981 that in today's world, which is many decades later, is exactly so much how they do it there. I thought it was very clever, and it was way before its time. I know that's been said many times about this stupid movie, but it's true. It was way ahead of its time. And I think that's partly why it didn't do very well, because people are like, well, this doesn't make any sense. It totally makes sense to us now. But back then they're like, well, this is stupid. Who's going to believe that? Who's going to, what's this reality TV kind of thing? This didn't even have a name for reality TV at the time.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. I mean, this is before Ronald Reagan, wasn't it? Before Reagan. So that's before they had an actor as a president. So
yeah.
I mean,
well, no, he was 1980. He was 1980.
Oh, was it 1980? Right. Okay. That's
1980. So it would have been the Ronald Reagan years. Yeah.
Okay.
The very beginning.
Yeah. I mean, so people are going, oh my god, you can have an actor as a president. Try a reality TV star as a president.
Yeah.
I mean, who's going to completely fuck up the movie? On anyway. So.
Oh, real quick, we got to talk about so I posted this guy on Twitter, the guitar player from the band, the house band. Okay, I tracked him down. I mean, not personally, but I figured out who he is. And he is actually now, I mean, his name, what's his name? Hold on, I got to look up his name. Gary Martin is his name, okay? British actor. Does not look British at all in this movie. He looks totally American, feathered hair. Anyway, so I had to find him to see if he was, who he was. He actually has quite a career going. He's a voiceover actor. So he does a lot of like preview voiceovers. So he's the one that does the "in a world," type of voices, and he sounds amazing. He has a YouTube clip of all of him doing these, a Quentin Tarantino movie. He did the Django Unchained preview and all these previews, and it's fascinating. He's done like hundreds and hundreds of these things, so he's super successful.
Interesting.
So yeah, so he is somebody.
Okay.
He's not quite as effective now as he was back then, but still.
Well, yeah, it's been about 40 years, so yeah. I mean, one thing I read about this movie is it says that this also introduced the world to MTV because they had that band singing that crappy song. And I was thinking to myself, what is it with 80s movies and having a live band singing a song absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the movie? Yeah. I mean, it happens in at least, I can rattle off about 6 or so movies off the top of my head.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
My God, I mean, my personal favourite guilty pleasure movie, end of the year movie, is New Year's Evil. That has a band called what is it, Shadow, that sings New Year's Evil, and that song is terrible, and it is geniusly terrible. I mean, and there's other movies that I've watched fairly recently, and it has a band and they'll just sing a song, and things are happening around it. I'm like, what is going on here? Why is there a band just singing for no reason?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. They would do that. That was big, like cheap sci-fi movies from the 80s, like the early 80s in particular. They'd always have a nightclub scene. And, some alien band is playing, in the background, some, what they picture as being a futuristic song, and it's just terrible. It's always terrible.
I blame Star Wars. I blame Star Wars for the Canteen Band. So, yeah.
Oh, that's different. That's well, that was 1977. But yeah, that's good. And Max Rebo, they tried to do a Sice Noodles and the Rebo Band from Jabba's Palace.
Okay, then.
They revisited the whole, doing it.
Right, so let's talk about the dancing. By the way, the dancing is fucking terrible in this movie. Also, what is with the whole? What the hell they were doing with the whole hand thing, and what the fuck was that all about? And what is it about? They're all dancing in a circle, and what? Wait. Why is Brad in a cell in a padded room, in a circular cell in a padded room?
Instead of just a room.
Yes. And why is there a corridor?
They had to have room to dance around him.
And why are they dancing around him, singing? What the hell were they singing? Shock Treatment. The hell they were singing? Oh my god! And before I forget, I just popped in my head there. The whole the bit where they go to bed at night and the lullaby song was all one shot. That was, I think it was like 8 minutes, all one shot. So wasn't that nice? Yeah. And what the hell?
The speaking of one shot, the opening scene when they do the big huge pan of Fenton in the balcony kind of thing, and then it pans down. Eventually, all the people come in. It's a single shot. They don't break the shot, and all the people come in and they take the stand. Go into the stands, like studio audience. And then Brad and Janet come out and sit in their seats to the side. That was done in one take. He had to run all the way from the balcony.
Oh, jeez.
Get change clothes and be ready to come out with Janet at the base and go up into the audience.
Wow.
He had to race. It was like apparently like a mad, like throwing off his clothes and getting new ones on and getting there. So because that was all done, and he was the same actor playing both parts, so he had to go from there all the way down to there. So that was all done too.
I do love the fact how evil Brad has a scar on his face next to him. Evil. I'm like, really? Did that make some evil? I mean, he also chain smokes. I'm like, oh dear. So
there's no cliches in this movie whatsoever.
No, it's all fresh new ideas. I mean, oh dear God! I mean,
I don't know what it was. Getting back to the dancing, I don't know what it was about the dancing. It was not great. The what was the worst one? Oh, the worst one was when they're in the dressing room. And
with the mirrors and they're dancing with them.
Amongst the thing, and they're like in these little weird separated corridors and they're dancing, and it was so claustrophobic. I was like, I want them to get out of there, and if they're gonna dance and not kind of like shimmy in this little space.
Yeah, it brings me back to that terrible song, Look What I Did to My Id. I was like, what the fuck's an id? Do you mean ID? Your identification, you fucking, oh my god, that drives me insane.
It's his id, and like what's that psychological term? It's the id and the psychology. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, an id's a thing. Look it up.
Okay then. Move on. Stuff like that. I love the fact how there's a line in a song where it goes, "Heaven and the angels will get the song, but the devil gets a rock in a roll or something like that." I'm like, okay then, so where did God and the devil come from?
When is that? What
It's
song is?
in that whole song where the dance with the mirrors and such, and they're going.
Oh.
And
I clearly did not pay attention to that song because I didn't like it to begin with.
It's so. But I love the fact how the parents have signed up to stay in that studio in their dream home with all the little. I was expecting them to go. This is such a coffee from Colombia. Look at this. The whole what's that movie? Truman Show.
Oh yeah.
Let's have this cocoa from blah 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 blah, and let's have this knife from da da da. And I was expecting to do that, but nope.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's funny because this movie does come off a lot like the Truman Show, where nothing is real.
Yeah, I mean, I do love the father mowing the lawn, but it's AstroTurf. I'm like, oh my god.
I thought that was kind of clever myself, but yeah, because he's clearly not doing anything, which is kind of the point, he's not doing.
Yeah, and I love the fact how the grand prize for Brad and Janet is a used car. Yeah. I love that one. It's like, here, have a used car. I'm like, oh, you cheap sons of bitches. And
it was a great car, though. I would kill for that car.
Oh my god, I just love that one. I mean, that's another thing that annoyed me. When what's her name? Ruby Wax and Charles Gray find out it's all fake. They go, oh, we'll stay here and we'll try and get Brad out and we'll get Janet out, because Janet hasn't signed a contract saying that Brad is now to be kept inside for reason. And why was the nurse says don't sign that contract? Why is she so against? That doesn't make any sense, because
yeah, that didn't make any sense to me either, because I remember like what's her deal? So I thought when I first saw the movie, I'm like, okay, surely it's going to come to light that she is going to help in the rescue, or she's going to, come off as somebody that's on their side somehow. And it never happened. It never came to light. Like, no, don't sign it. It's fine. I don't want you to sign it. Don't sign it. But I'm not going to help you in any other way.
Yeah, I mean, because
part of the shock treatment song then.
Because in Rocky Horror, it makes sense why she turned on him, because she wanted Eddie, but Eddie was killed and eaten rather by the whole group. So that's understand why she turns, but it's like,
yeah, that made no sense. It was like, why are you helping? It's like, it's not done. It doesn't serve any purpose for you. So yeah, I think that was.
Before we get, apparently at the time, the Rocky Horror fan club owner was actually in the movie. Apparently, he's the guy on the phone when they all come pouring in. So I was like,
in the phone, is that a phone booth?
Yeah, there's two phone booths, because Ruby Wax and Charles Gray are talking to each other on the phones. And I love the fact the smart ass coffee maker guy goes, "You don't get any coffee, you're fired." Yeah. I was like, you cheap sons of a bitches. Oh my god, I just love that. I was like, so that's how cheap you are. I love the fact how, that's another thing I loved. She's married to a news reporter, was he? And they had like the blonde assistant who is now his girlfriend, and the divorce. And I love the fact how he goes, "This alimony check, you're raping me." I'm like, what? So paying alimony is rape?
Yeah.
Right. And the whole budding romance.
Haven't paid alimony in the past. It kind of feels that way sometimes.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he cheated on her, which I'm assuming happened, then yes, she should get alimony. But if she cheats on him, nope, you get nothing, love. But since he's obviously after the younger flesh, the younger, newer model, then there we have it. But yeah, I mean, I love that one. Here's your alimony check. You're raping my wallet. Oh, boo-hoo, mate. Get your pants in, shouldn't you? I mean, for crying out loud. But yeah. I'm trying to think what else I could discuss about this, because this movie is just it's like an Easter egg. It's big and shiny and wrapped in tinfoil, and then you unwrap it and you find out it's a hollow experience. It's a sweet but hollow experience. There's nothing in this thing. It's just, you know, it's
And
like a.
I, as you know, I like this movie, and we talked about it last time a year ago when I saw it for the first time. I mean, the first time I saw it, a lot of it didn't make sense to me. The second time, I was like, oh, I enjoyed it the second time much more than the first time. I mean, I enjoyed it the first time, but this one, I enjoyed it so much more because I could pick up on a lot of the things that I missed the first time, which is the same exact thing that what happened when I watched Rocky Horror Picture Show. I didn't know what the hell was going on in that movie when I first saw it. I'm like,
yes,
what
same.
is going on? But I saw it in a theater, which didn't help. And I'm like, what is going on? I don't understand where these people are coming from, and what nothing made sense. But the second time I saw it, then I was like, oh, okay, I can follow this now. And I felt the same way about this movie, where I enjoyed it much more the second time. And I do think that it's just a very prescient movie that was way ahead of its time, and I think still speaks to our society. I know that you're not going to agree with any of that, but
sorry,
but
I was just thinking. Sorry,
I think it's a much more philosophical film than the surface would necessarily give way to.
I mean, I'm trying to think when I first saw this. I think it was back in 2004 when I first came out, and I was sitting in a gay bar, and they had a big video screen, no sound, and it just showed this movie. And I was going, what the fuck is this movie? What is this thing? Never saw it before in my life. And I'm like, what is that? And then the person I was with was lecturing me about, oh, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. This is the sequel to Rocky. This is the equal to Rocky Horror. This is and I was like, okay, calm down.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely not a movie that's better than sliced bread. I much prefer sliced bread, but it was good. You know, one of the things that I will say that I'm disappointed in the movie. One of the biggest things I'm disappointed in the movie with is that Rocky Horror kind of was a very queer movie, and this is not a queer movie at all. I mean, there's very few instances of anything that's queer that's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what really drove the original Rocky Horror was the queer audiences, you know, the queer themes in it. And that was, not only was it nobody had really seen that before on a large scale, but you know, this one doesn't have any of that. And I think that probably its biggest failure is that aspect of it, because it's, you know, it's like, you know, Kylie Minogue singing jazz. You know, it's not. You know, I mean, she can sing jazz if she wants, but is any going to listen to her? No, probably not, because that's not what she's good at, and that's not what people want to hear from her necessarily. So, I think that's a failing in this particular movie.
The other thing I like about this movie is it's not sharp enough. There's nothing in this that's sharp. I mean, they talk about how it's about revenge because Brad was giving the perfect life and Farley was giving the shit life basically, but he's a multi-millionaire and Brad's what the hell he is, a UFOologist or what the fuck he is. I mean, what is he? He has Janet, the perfect woman, and I was like, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's cutting as far as, well, I guess it's the really sharp themes are all secondary, you know, which they shouldn't necessarily be secondary. The sharp themes being, you know, the reality television and nothing is real, and you know, you're being, you know, brainwashed into certain things in certain ways. But that's all like background, you know what I mean? Not a theme of the movie. The theme of the movie is the basic plot, which is, you know, a revenge plot, basically.
Yeah.
Is not, like you said, it's not sharp, and it could have gone differently.
Yeah, like I says, my whole analogy is this is an Easter egg is perfect because it's all shiny, and oh look at this, oh it's and then you take off the shininess and all you left with it is an empty bit of chocolate. There's nothing in the middle of it. There's no substance. It's just sweet and shiny. Whereas I was like, where's the substance? I mean, Rocky Horror has substance because it deals with 50s going into the 60s and 70s and such. The whole housewives can do what they want sort of thing. And it deals with like sexuality, and it deals with sex, and it deals with, dare I say it, rape, and it deals with the other sort of stuff. Whereas this one just deals with what? Instant fame, gratification. Ooh, ah. I mean,
yeah. See, I view it a little different. I view it more like a Kinder egg, where it's shiny on the outside, and then it's hollow, but there's a toy inside.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with Kinder eggs
yes,
or not. But
yes.
There's a toy inside. And
yes, a cheap plastic, easily broken toy.
Yeah. It's like this movie. Don't think about it too hard. But yeah, it's because if you get to the outside and then you get into the chocolate, sure, it's hollow, but there is a little toy inside if you think about it, and a little toy to play with and to ponder. So.
Okay then. Let's wrap this thing up. Well, this is going to be fun, Barnaby. Let's wrap this thing up. All I can say about this thing is this is a desperate, pathetic, sad, wannabe cult movie that tries to be so hip and so cool. And I hate the fact it's been given this, but it's seen reality TV decades before it came, and it had the whole rise of fame before it came. Andy Warhol said 50 minutes of fame, and what was that, the 70s, 80s when he said that? So, I hated the songs. The songs are terrible. The script is a drug-fueled nightmare. The acting is barely there. I've seen better acting in porn, for fuck's sake. The dancing, oh sweet mother of God, the dancing. I've seen better dancing at 3 o'clock in the morning when clubs are getting forced out. Jesus Christ. And the fact it doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, also, who greenlit this? It makes no sense at all. But if this is your kind of movie, if you love this movie, then more power to you. But this thing is just pathetic and sad. It's a wannabe movie. So, what'd you say?
Okay. That's going to be hard to beat. I like this movie. I mean, it's not as good as Rocky Horror. Absolutely not. But I really like the themes of the movie, as far as, the whole reality TV thing and stuff like that. Like we discussed before. I just think it was really prescient. It was like before its time. And that I liked. Now, the storyline itself was too like it, the entire plot of the movie could have fit into a half hour. But it was just too simple. It was a simple revenge plot that just was overly complicated and whatever. But the themes of the movie I really like. And I'm not as harsh on the music as you are. There was a couple there that we could have gone without, but overall I didn't mind the music. There's a few little earworms where I was like, oh yeah, or just music that I would be like, that's not great, but I'll suffer through it. But yeah, I liked this movie more than I thought I would when I first saw the preview and stuff, because I just watched the preview originally when you first told me about it, and I remember seeing that and thinking, oh my gosh, that looks terrible. It's just not gonna. Visually, it just was not there for me. But then when you get into the movie and realize, oh, it's a studio and they're whitewashing everything. That's why everything is white, and then it made more sense, and then I liked it.
Okay. That's fair enough. Right then. Now for season 2, I thought we would double the score. Instead of 1 out of 5, it's now 1 out of 10. So as per usual, 1 being dog shit and 10 being solid gold or platinum, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to give this thing a very generous 1 out of 10. I can't stand this movie. The songs are terrible. It's cheap, tinsy, and do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that one annoying person that you meet on holiday and they will not leave you alone. And it reminds me of that. They want to go to the pub, they want to go to the dance hall, they want to go to the restaurant, the museum, the whatever, and they will not leave you. And they're so fucking annoying, but you're too polite to tell them to piss off. It's like that. It's like an annoying little mosquito buzzing around the place, and you just want to smack it, but you go, yeah, it's only a little thing, and then you go, fuck it, bang, it's finished, it's dead. So I'm going to give this thing a 1 out of 10, and I've probably pissed off about half of our listeners, but I don't care. The movie is terrible. So what would you give it?
Out of 10. I should think about this ahead of time. I would give it a 5.
Okay then.
I almost gave it a 4, but I'm giving it a 5. I think the songs could have been better. I do like the themes. I think, I like Ron O'Brien. It was fun to see him in the movie. Even, he's always himself, but in these things. But yeah, I think that the 2 actors that played Brad and Janet were lacking charisma.
There's no chemistry between the 2 at all.
Yeah, there's nothing going on. But I mean, I like the actors individually in other things. I've seen them in many other things, but together in this movie, it didn't work. And maybe it's the directing. I don't know. But and it was great seeing Barry Humphries. I do enjoy that role. He stole the movie. Every scene he was in, you looked at him, and that was kind of fun. But yeah, 5. I'd say 5.
Okay. Right then. So thanks for listening. Now you can follow us on Twitter at oh my god, I've got the bloody name of the Twitter account.
Midnight Movie Pod.
Yeah, Midnight Movie Pod. Yeah, I should remember that by now. You can follow me on Twitter at here's Johnny. Why is my brain went? I think it's just reset from this bloody terrible movie.
Yeah,
I need shock treatment. Yeah, I need shock treatment.
My relationships are bad because I saw this movie.
Anyway, you can follow me on here's Johnny79, and you can follow Spike on Twitter at
Spike Warden 1 and Instagram at the same location.
Ah, yes, I was about to say that. We also have Instagram, which is Midnight Movie Mania podcast. I think it is. Why is my brain went? Oh, that reminds me.
That's not right.
I have actually worked in a mental institute. I worked there for 2.5 years.
Oh, wow.
And I was in the full-on psych ward with electric shock therapy or
really?
ECT. Yeah. And that ward is silent. You can hear a pin dropping in it. And I was in there, and I got told to clean the room, tidy up the room a little bit, because one of the patients has whoopsied himself. Oh god, here we go. So I'm cleaning the place up, and I touched one of the little probe things. I didn't realise it was on, and I know it got blown across the fucking room. So I'd rather have that done to me than watch this movie again. I mean...
You tell this terrible story all just to diss this movie.
Anyway, right then, the next movie we are covering is what was it again? Rockula, which is a 1990 vampire rock musical, which I watched the other day there and decided, screw it, we're doing that. Well, I was going to do Dracula Dead and Loving It, but we're doing this one instead because it's just geniusly bad. It has Tony, what's the name? Tony Basil. Yeah. Famous for Mickey and other songs. I can't remember off the top of my head, but Mickey's our big go-to hit. The Hey Mickey, yeah, isn't it? Oh, crap.
Mickey.
I can't wish she was 40 in that.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I will never sing ever again.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I can't believe she was 40 doing that, but playing a cheerleader. She's supposed to be like what, a six? Yeah, she was 40. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because she is what? She's 80, 81.
Really? Well, yeah, because that song came out like what, 1980 or 81 or 83? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Early 80s.
Yeah, 82 or 83. Yeah. So, my God. Anyway, and in March, oh, here we go. Oh, God. Something big and nasty's coming our way. Yes, folks, Godzilla 1998. Oh,
yes.
Sweet. Oh, my God.
Itty bitty Godzilla.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I guess I have to go deep underground for this one.
Yeah. I will definitely say it's not Godzilla -1 by any means. So don't anybody get their hopes up if you haven't seen it already.
My God. I actually saw it in the cinema opening day, and I want my 2.5 hours back. Sweet mother of bejesus.
I saw it opening day too. I was with my entire family. The kids and we all went and saw it, and it was a blast.
My God, it's so.
Now, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in decades, so it'll be interesting to review it. See how good it or bad it is.
Yeah. All I remember about this movie is a big pile of fish. Godzilla there's a lot of fish. Yeah. Godzilla destroys Madison Square Garden, and something about a taxi in Godzilla's mouth that somehow doesn't get crushed. I still remember this movie, so yeah.
yeah. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
And then in April, we are doing April Fool's Day, the 1980, was it 85, 86 April Fool's Day?
86, I think.
Okay, which is, oh my God, it's so bad, it's genius. I mean, I love that movie. It's so bad, but it's so good.
I went to see that. That's my birthday. April Fool's Day is my birthday. And so when that movie came out on my birthday, and so me and a bunch of friends all went and saw that opening night. It was great.
Yeah, that I was kind of late to this movie. I saw this movie first time in, God, was it the early noughties? And I loved how bad it was and how cheesy it is. And the twist ending, I love that twist ending. It's like, so
much fun. It was so much fun. And to see it on the big screen was just a blast because, nobody had seen it. It was opening night. I mean, we didn't know anything about this movie, and just to go in blind was just, it was staggering. It was awesome. Loved it.
Yeah, I mean, when I was in college, I had a few cinephile friends, and they were raging at, how dare this be I thought this was a cheap 80s slasher, and they put a trick on me. How dare they do that, and how dare they do this? And I was like, maybe the clue's in the title, April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was good. And
good.
Yeah, it's good. We'll have to talk about that at length because that was fun.
Yeah. Although, have you seen the other April Fool's Day?
Which one?
There's another one, a British one, made at the same time, actually. And it was forced to change its name from April Fool's Day to, oh God, what's the hell's name? I can't remember the alternative name for it now. And yeah, even though that was made first, they actually forced it to change its name to, oh God, what's that called again? Is it Student Bodies, I think it's called, or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, it was actually, I can't remember the name of that. It's going to annoy me. I've got to be in bed later on tonight. Go, what's the name of the movie there? You son of a... But yeah. And let me see. May, I have no idea. June, I have no idea. July, I have no idea.
Yeah. Can't do it too much in advance. You never know what we stumble across between now and then.
Yeah, card subject to change.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see now. Although I do want to squeeze in Supergirl, because that movie is so, oh my God, it's so bad. Supergirl. Supergirl.
Oh, Supergirl. Oh,
Yes.
sorry. I thought you were saying Spigaro.
No, that's Supergirl. Yes. Because
Supergirl.
I remember, yes, I remember seeing that when I was in high school, and somebody brought it in on tape, and I can't believe how shoddy it was and how cheap it looked, and I went, "Oh my god, it is so bad." So yeah.
This was long before the CW came around, so.
Yes, this is long before. Was it Melissa Benoit played the modern Supergirl? So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and long before.
It was quite good.
And long before the Arrowverse and the Flashverse and this malarkey. So yeah. This one was Christopher Reeve at height of his powers, I believe, and he was supposed to have a cameo, and he rejected the cameo. So wasn't that nice of him?
Yeah, I remember when Supergirl came out, like, oh gosh, whenever that was, and it's like nobody went to see it. There's a lot of hype to it when it came out, but like nobody saw it.
Yeah. I remember it was what, 84 it came out.
Could be right. Yeah.
So yeah, and it hit VHS in 85. I looked at the cover and went nope and moved on.
Yeah.
So.
yeah, that'll be a fun one to see though, because I've never seen that version.
Oh my god, it's so. And the rest of the. Oh, I might actually squeeze it. There's a movie that I found last July that I might squeeze in called Cruel Jaws.
Cruel Jaws?
Yes.
Like a mean shark that just kind of taunts people?
It's basically the book Jaws, right? Was too adult for Spielberg. So he took the book and threw out all the stuff he didn't want. Then he made Jaws. And then 20 years later, somebody got the rights to the book and made what Spielberg didn't make. So it's basically a rip-off of Jaws done on a budget of 60 pence, chewing gum, and hopes and dreams. So, this is good. I mean, it's basically a similar plot to Jaws because it's based on the same book, but they had to change it due to lawsuit reasons. But it's kind of, I mean, it is. I think it's 95 it came out, I think it was. So,
Oh, interesting. I never knew that existed.
Oh, neither did I, until I found it lurking in the shadows of the waters down below. I went, ooh, yoink. I mean, so yeah. I might do that. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's wrap this up as it says. So thank you for listening. Now, don't forget to like us and share us and get us out there. And all I can say is bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.
Right. Bye.